We got to warm ourselves up, so we'll clap, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll go. Here we go. 1, If that feels good, say yes. Say yes. Great. Get a high five from the people around you and grab a seat. Take a look at the people around you and notice if anybody around you did this. Oh, man. Whew. Sure glad that's over. Get back to the seminar and stuff. Make sure you're sitting up in a peak state, even in your chair. Look at the person next to you, see if they're in a peak state. If they're not, adjust their state. Now, I'm here to say to you that as I've worked with just about anybody you can imagine, from Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, President Clinton, top athletes in the world, Serena Williams, Andre Agassi, I don't know if you ever watch Ultimate Fighting, Chuck Liddell. I just coached him a few weeks ago. I get the call when the fire starts. I get the call when the athlete is burning down and they can't get back on the field or on the court. I get the call when the child is going to try and commit suicide. And in 30 years, this is my 30th year of doing this, I've not lost one suicide out of thousands in 30 years. That doesn't mean I won't someday, but I haven't lost even one using these pieces. Thank you very much. Thank you. I get the phone call, true story, when the President of the United States calls me, President Clinton, and says, they're going to impeach me in the morning. What should I do? And I say, could you have called me sooner? See, I get the call when I got to do something right now to help someone produce that result. And for 3 decades, for 30 years, I keep getting the call because I get results. And the reason I get results is what I'm going to teach you right now. That the difference in how people perform is not based on their ability. What people can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappointing. And the reason it's disappointing is not because they're not smart. It's because they haven't learned the number one key to success in life. They have not learned how to master their own state. How to master your state is the single most important distinction in your life, bar none. No matter what you do for a living, no matter who you care about, whether you're a parent, whether you're someone's lover, whether you're a son, a daughter, a mom, whatever you want to do, the most important skill in life is state management. If you can manage and master your states, there's nothing you can't do. Because the information about how to do things is all around us. Isn't it true? If you want to make money, there's millions of books, there's millions of seminars, you can go online, you can do a million things. You want to change your body, there's places, classes, courses everywhere. We're not hurting for information. In fact, how many of you in your life know someone? How many of you know someone that has something they need to change? They know they need to change it. They want to change it. And they even know how to change it. But they still don't change it. How many know somebody like this? Raise your hand. Say, I. How many of you know this person intimately? Yes. So the problem is not information. In fact, let me tell you what I've learned in 30 years of working with 3 million people from 80 different countries. At this point in my life, when you've been around 3 million people face to face, I've had 50 million people get my books and tapes. But I've been face to face with 3 million people. And I'm talking people from every walk of life, from 80 different countries, every culture in the world. Here's what I've learned. 80% of success is psychology and 20% is mechanics. 80% of success in anything is your psychology, your mindset, the emotions you bring to the table. 20% is the mechanics. The mechanics of anything can be figured out by anyone. And most people even know enough to get the job done, but they're not doing it because their psychology is messed up, their state, the place that they live. So I want to show you how to change your state, and we've already been demonstrating the number one way. The number one way of changing your state is by changing the way you use your body. But let me clarify what I mean by state first. How many of you in this room have ever done something where after you did it, you thought to yourself, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. That was so stupid. How many of you have ever done this before? Raise your hand and say, I. How many of you have ever done something where after you did it, you're like, that was me. You don't know how you did it, but you impressed the heck out of yourself by doing it. How many of you have ever done this before? Say, I. Now you're the same person. You have the same ability or skill. How come in one situation you're brilliant and the other one now you're an idiot? You're the same person. Because whether you succeed or not is not based on intelligence, it's based on state first. State. And here's what's nice. Have you ever gotten in a state of mind where you couldn't remember your own home telephone number or your address or your email or how to spell a difficult word like the? Who's ever been in this place? Come on, raise your hand and say, I. On the other hand, you're in why can't you think of it? You know the answer. Because in that moment, you're in what I call a stupid state. But as you change, when you change your body or change your focus, you go, oh yeah, I remember. Because you get in a new state and the answer is there. So state is the basis of performance. You want to change your results, you want to change anything, you change your state. What are the ways we can do it? Up on the screen, you'll see there are 2 ways to change your state. If I want to change the results I'm getting, I got to change my actions. But whether I take action or not is based on the state I'm in. So what are my ways of changing state? My number one way we call a radical change in your physiology. And physiology is just a fancy word for the physical body. If you want to change your state, you got to make a radical change in the way you're using your physical body, your physiology. Now, what does that mean? Well, there are many ways to change your physiology. The way you move, the way you breathe, the muscle tension in your face or the relaxation. There's a zillion ways to change physiology. Some people, when they don't like the way they feel, how do most people in Asia, when they don't like the way they feel, how do they try to change the way they feel? What do? You tell me. If you don't like the way you feel, what do most people in Asia do to change the way they feel if they want to change it instantly? Shop. Okay, shopping. If you live in Singapore, that seems to be quite inviting. Now, shopping makes you do 2 things. You start moving around and doing something else, which changes your body, but it also changes the second thing, so I'll reveal it to you. The other thing that changes your state is changing what you focus on. Because what you focus on, you feel. If you start focusing on something, you start to feel what you're focusing on. If I said to you right now, all of you in this room, I'd like you right now, just for a moment, take a deep breath in, exhale and moan. Take another deep breath in, and this time make it a sexual moan. Wow, that one was deeper and louder, I noticed. Now, here's what I want you to do. Close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to focus on and remember one of the most romantic or sexy moments of your life. You don't have to tell anybody, just focus on it. They can't see, it's in your head. Think of one of the most romantic or sexy or sensual moments of your life. If you can't think of anything, that tells us a clue. Now, as you focus on it, take that imagery of what you're focusing on, make it bigger. Bring the image of it closer. Make it sound even better. And if you're feeling pretty good right now, say yes. Now, open your eyes, and the feeling change came. You didn't really change your body this time, did you? You just changed what you're focusing on.